One of the biggest questions people ask is, how do you change challenging people? The answer is, you can't. The only way to change another person is to change yourself. As I've talked about before, you're not actually in relationships. The relationship is in you. And the only reason a person is challenging to you is because they're triggering a part of you that is unintegrated. Anything that pushes you or pulls you is a projection of an unintegrated part of you. Any judgment you have about another is actually a projection of a judgment inside of you that you're not willing, ready, or able to really look at. What you want to begin to look at is, what is my judgment of them? Or what is the judgment I feel they have of me? They think I'm stupid. They think I'm ignorant. They think I'm ugly. The only reason that affects you is because that's already how you feel about yourself. And if you want to get some of this shadow work, if you want to discover a shadow process, I invite you just to go grab the free shadow process at DerekRydall.com/shadow process, where it'll walk you through a process of discovering where are your triggers, what is the shadow underneath it, and a process to begin to embrace that part of you. Because somebody that challenges you, as I said, maybe you think they're such a jerk. They're so mean and insensitive, or they're so arrogant. Well, when you begin to look and see where's that arrogant part of you, and you begin to have a conversation with that shadow, and you ask that arrogant part of you, why do I have you? Why did I make you a shadow? You'll begin to remember when you were younger, maybe you had a family member, a teacher who was bossy or over narcissistic or arrogant or dominating, and it hurt you or scared you or made you feel bad, and you made a decision, I will never be like that. And you repressed that part of you. Or maybe you were wild and crazy and you got judged for that, and you decided that's not safe. I'm going to repress that part of me. Well, energy is never destroyed, it just changes form. That repressed quality gets projected. You draw into your experience the person that's arrogant or the person that's weird or strange, and you get triggered by it. It's a fragment of you that's trying to be reintegrated, that's trying to get back a seat at the table. Why? Because it contains a part of your power, a part of your genius, a part of your wisdom. You're fragmented. You want to be whole again. That challenging person is coming to you with a fragment of your soul. It's a contract. And as you begin to identify consciously, you thank them. Thank you for showing me a part of me that I've been rejecting, repressing, denying, ignoring. Thank you. It doesn't mean you condone their behavior. You just don't get caught in the shadow dance. As one of my mentors, Michael Beckwith, says, become part of the friction of the fictions. These fictional characters battling it out in the shadowland, and just there's no end to that. And you'll change, it'll get worse. But when you begin to recognize they're bringing a gift, and you identify that part of you, you'll discover where that came from. And I show you how to do this in this free process. You'll also discover what's its gift, what's its lesson, what's its blessing. And you begin to ask that part of you, that arrogant part of you, or that needy part of you, or that greedy or selfish part of you, what do you need? What do you really need to take your rightful and constructive place in my life again? And it will start talking to you. The selfish part of you might say, I need you to take better care of yourself. I need you to stop saying yes to everybody else's yes and start saying yes to yours. I need you to stop giving your power and energy away trying to get people to like you and start liking yourself. Take time for you. Do that book you've been wanting to write and stop taking care of everybody else's problems. It will start speaking to you and you'll know it's right. And when you start honoring it, you'll reclaim that part of you. And as that happens, more of you gets to express, more of the problems and challenges you've been struggling with suddenly resolve, and that challenging relationship will do one of two things, and I guarantee it. It will either evolve where that person will no longer bring that quality to you. I've seen it happen where a group of people have an experience of one person, other person does this work, that person shows up to those people, still the jerk or whatever. This person, they're not a jerk anymore. How does that happen? There's no longer that match. That's one thing. So the relationship will evolve to meet you, or you will evolve out of it. They will not be able to come into your space because they can't. It's like when you turn the magnets around They go like this, but when you turn the other way, there's nothing you can do to get them. They push each other away. When that shift happens inside of you, you will push away everything and everyone that no longer serves you at that level, and you will draw everything and everyone that is ready to play a bigger game. Isn't that exciting? So how do you change a challenging person? You look in the mirror and you change yourself. I hope this has inspired you. Go check out the shadow process at Derek Rydall, DerekRydall.com/shadow process. And until next time, live authentically, love unconditionally, and follow your destiny.